Hello, good to see you. My name's Tony, FMDNA. I'm bringing you only my second rebuild for FM23. It is Sporting. Why Sporting? Firstly, because I own the shirt. And secondly, they finished 4th in the league this season. And that's not good enough. Not good enough for Sporting. Braga finishing in 3rd place. We've got to take Sporting to the number 1 spot. They did win the league a few years ago. Well, it's only a couple of years ago now. But can we take them back there? And not only that, can we win it all? All the trophies, do a clean sweep and maybe pick up a European trophy as well. Would be amazing. Not only are you getting a rebuild, you're also getting a DNA tactic. My Sporting Lisbon tactic, you can download it in the description below. Right, we know they got a lot of history. They've got a great history. 19 Liga NOS, 17 Portuguese Cup, 4 Portuguese League Cup, a European Cup Winners' Cup. So they've got some great history. So let's check out the team. And this is the squad and the DNA tactic. And like I said, if you want to download, the link for it in the description below. They got some great players for the future, but the here and now players are awesome as well. We got Paulinho, Santos, Gonçalves, Edwards, Morata, Ugarte, who's amazing. That loads of teams always sniff around him. The same as Edwards, Gonçalves as well, and Santos. Them 4 and Inachu will be the ones to try and hold on to. And that will be the biggest problem, I think, with this rebuild. It's a 3-year rebuild. Trying to keep our best players is going to be the problem. But it's got to be realistic. If a team comes in for 60 million, 50 million for these sort of players, Portuguese clubs generally do sell. We sell high. Buy low, sell high. So if we do get some good offers in, we do have to think about it. I have to think about it. Reece, left back, Cortez, Bellerin, Adan in goal. Adan, I think later on for the 3 years, he could last out the 3 years being 38, but I feel I'm going to need someone really to come in and replace him. Paulinho, I'm happy with him. 3 years time, he'd be 32. He could make out or last a 3-year rebuild, but I'm going to look to get a better striker as well. And then same thing with Cortez. He's 31. He could last it out. They're the 3 positions I think I might need to look at. So goalkeeper, centre back and striker, but everywhere else just try and keep hold of them. And talk about the youth players, let me just show you some of the youth players I have here at Sporting. And that was just a snippet of some of the youth intake they have here at Sporting. Some amazing wonder kids, I'm going to call them, because they do look like wonder kids. Especially, I'm going to pick out 2. Kalai, the backup goalkeeper, promoting him from, he was in the B team. He looks amazing. Better than the backup keeper, so why not put him in the team? And Shametti, also looking very good. Hopefully we'll see them. It's only a 3-year rebuild, so hopefully we will see them. Depends who we buy and bring in. Definitely loan them out if we can't fit them in. And then by the end of the 3-year rebuild, they'll be good to go. Right, let's talk finances. The overall balance of the club is 23.5 million, which is not bad. Transfer budget of a 6.4 million. Not the greatest I've seen, but it's Sporto. It's a Portuguese league, so we should be able to pick up some great players for that amount of money, 1 or 2. The biggest problem is 55% transfer revenue made available. So if we sell players for 50, 60 million, we're only going to get about half that. So got to try and increase that. And the wage budget is very small, 594k. We're well under, spending only 559. And that brings me on to another problem. I'm going to call it a problem. Let's talk about wages. The wages here are very low. Cortez being the best for wages on 31,000, 29,000, 28,000. But Ugarte is on 16,750k, so we're gonna have to offer him a new contract. Inatsu is on 16 grand. Edwards is only on 22,500. So that's gonna have a real big knock-on effect. Once we start offering out the new contracts for our better players, I don't know how many we can offer out, because we're gonna get close to that wage budget. Let's not move all that over to the wage budget and we don't bring anyone in. Well, it's the 4th of July. This is just the beginning, so let's get to the start of the season to see what I've done. It's the 6th of August, and I did bring in 2 new players. A striker, Nala, for 5.75 million. I really like the look of him. His attributes really blinded me because he looks fantastic. And he was cheap as well, 5.75 million. 25 years of age, 6'1". It's all great. Potential, current potentials, maybe it's not all there, but I really, like I said, the attributes really blinded me. I really like the look of him. History-wise as well, he has played in Portugal before, in the Premier League and the league below. He's done okay, but I've got a good feeling about him. And also FIFA to be a good backup central defender. And I think he will be. 22 years of age, 6'5", massive. And he's got a little bit more better potential. And he looks pretty decent. A lot of pace in him, a pacey centre-back. And we didn't sell a single player. We kept the squad together, which is the main thing. And to be fair, no one was really sniffing around. So I didn't have to do too much work on keeping everyone together. So might be a different story at the end of the season if we do well, because I know for a fact they'll all be sniffing around. Contract-wise, I do really want to offer out new contracts, but I just can't. Wage budget, we're already overspended, committed spending. So I'm in a bit of trouble. Got 2.5 million in the bank. I have asked for some more transfer revenue. Have to wait and see if that comes through. And some more transfer kitty. That's why I've had a bit more money. I've asked for everything. So this is the start. A really, really good team. And like I said, I've got some high hopes from Nala up front. Even Paulinho, maybe if he doesn't do great, you can bring him back in. And also, Shemetti, loaned him out. Want to give him some game time. Such great potential. I can't just leave him on the bench, not playing any games. So, loaned him out for a season to see how well he does. Right, let's get to the end of season 1. Well, we've got on really well. We've won the league. 129, drew 1, lost 4, goal difference of 66. A really good points tally, 88. And Nala, I was hoping he was going to be great. Top goal scorer in the league with 29 goals. Edwards and Santos with the most assists in the league, doing amazing. We check out the Portuguese Cup. We got knocked out in the 4th round, 3-2. We check out the Portuguese League Cup. This is a lot better. We won it 2-0 in the final. Having a lot of shots as well. Very comfortable. We check out the Champions League. We failed to qualify for the knockout rounds, but we had Barcelona and Bayern Munich in our group. So we went into the Europa League, and this is how we done. We done very well getting to the final. We played Man United and lost 2-1, a very close game. All in all, a really good season. Winning the league, winning the Portuguese League Cup. Shame about European football and the Portuguese Cup getting knocked out quite early. But all in all, not a bad season. Finances, budgets for next season, 11.9 million. And I still need to ask again for some more transfer revenue, because that's going to be the biggest problem, I think. I need more money. Budget 650k. We're 60k under, so we've got a bit of money to spare there. But I still need to offer out new contracts to all our better players, just so they don't go anywhere else, which is going to be tricky, because this transfer budget and budget wages wise is going to be very tricky. Let's get to the start of season 2. It's the 5th of August. I made all my transfers, 5 players in. We got Trincao as well, but that was a pre-arranged one. Hector Bellerin come from Barcelona on a free. He was on loan to us anyway. His contract expired. We picked him up on a free. Dani Ceballos from Real Madrid, picked him up on a free as well. A really good player. A really good player to play backup for Gonçalves as well. Reece Nelson from Arsenal. Another one really just to be backup. Not bad players as well. For any reason they don't make it, we can always sell them on for a bit of money. But you never know. They might be great players for us. And then this one, taken over from the #1 spot in goal. Elia Cabril, come from Barry, 6'3", cost me 7 million. Had a really good season as well. At Serie B, not too bad. They conceded 40 out of 38 games. I think that's not too bad at all. Players that have gone out, and there was a lot. There has been a lot because I've had to offer out new contracts now because so many teams sniff around our players. Yagata might be going because Arsenal have matched his minimum release clause of 52 million. That might be on the way through. But who have you not seen? Guts gone. Porro went for 36 million. That was already pre-arranged. Rochina, that could raise up to 3.9 million. He's gone. I was just telling everyone, even cheap players that are 1,000 or 2,000 on wages, just to get them off the books. Players to mention also Sebastian Coates to Man United for 10 million. I didn't want to sell him, but I couldn't offer him a new contract. So I just had to let him go for 10 million. It seems a bit cheap. He's getting on a bit, but like I said, I just couldn't offer him a new contract. So I had to let him go. And then just some other bits and pieces just to balance the books. And I still can't offer Edwards a contract because I haven't got it in the wages. The transfer kitty wages are done. So he wants he's transfer listed. So if we look at contracts now, Gonçalves is now on 76,000. Morata is on 61. Reece is on 37,500. Troncao's on 29,000. Celebes is on 26,500. Bellerin 25. So the wages are going up a bit. I do want to offer out more contracts, but I just can't. Edwards is transfer listed because I requested it, and Fulham are after him because I can't offer him a contract. When I do, it's just not enough on wages. He's on 22,500. He wants to load more, but just I haven't got the money there. But I might have the money if this goes through. Hopefully it doesn't, and he wants to stick around, but he's only on 16,750. I can't even offer him a new contract. Minimum release cost 52 million, and I think really would Sporting take that? They most probably would, maybe nearer to 60 million. He's a fantastic player. So yeah, and even I got to offer him a new contract as well. I got to offer and Santos as well a new contract, but I just can't. That is the scary thing. Right, it's the 5th of August. Let's have a look at the team. This is now the team that I think we're going to go into season 2 with. Amazing. Only difference is we've got a better goalkeeper. I would say a much better goalkeeper. Nola up front. I don't think there's any point changing him. He had such a great season, scoring 29 goals in 33 appearances. So there's no point changing him. Everywhere else, phenomenal. We've done amazing. Just in Europe, we need to go that one step further. But in the Portuguese league, we're just dominant. It's just a matter if Ugarte goes, then I might need to think about this position. Right, 5th of August. Let's get to the end of season 2 to see if he does go. So we got to the end of season 2, but before I show you how we got on, let's talk about transfers, because Ugarte did go to Arsenal for 52 million. We also sold another player, Arthur Gomez, for 4.9 million. Never really in the mix. And we brought in 2 more players. And Ravella for 7.25 million. This was a really, really good replacement. Not bad at all. 22 years of age, well, young. A cheap price. He was transfer listed as well. And for 7.25 million, it's a no-brainer. And Simakan from RB Leipzig for 15.5 million. A really good centre-back. And another one that's really a no-brainer for Cotes as well. You know, not bad at all. So now, let's check out the league. Well, we are champions again, 2 seasons in a row. This time with 86 points. Nala again, top goal scorer in the league. This time with 27 goals. Had a really good season. 27 goals out of 25 appearances. 38 goals out of 36 appearances in all competitions. Edwards and Santos on the wing again, doing amazing, 16 and 13 assists. Cabril, the goalkeeper, fair season in, doing really well. Top, keeping the most clean sheets, 15 in the season. He only conceded 16 goals out of 30 games. That's good going. That's a really, really good season. A really good signing. Now, let's check out the Portuguese Super Cup. We beat Porto 2-1 in Zola, scoring both goals. In the Portuguese Cup, we beat Porto again 3-0. In the Portuguese League Cup, we beat Benfica 3-0. So now it's just about the Champions League. Well, we got through the group stages, and in the last 16, we played Real Madrid and lost 6-2 on aggregate. All in all, a really good season. Better than last season. We've done the quadruple. It's just in Europe. We need to go that one step further and win something in Europe. It's going to be tough. Portuguese League now, we've got a squad that no one can't touch. Finances for next season, what have we got? 25 million, and we do have 70% of transfer revenue now, a bit more. I'm going to ask for more. I'm going to ask again, give me more. Wage budget, 1.1 million. We're just a little bit under. If I take a look at our best 11, what do we need? Wow, I don't know, because this team here is amazing. Edwards now has signed a new contract. He's on £81,000, so that's another good bit of business. He wanted to go, requested a transfer, just left them in the team, just didn't even talk about it. And then over the season, as we were doing so well, he decided he wanted to come back to the table and talk about a contract. And there it is. He signed a new contract, 81k, a lot of money. Ravella, really good signing. All of them are really, really good. Simakan, really good. Nzola, just amazing, banging in the goals. So I don't really know what I need. Could I get a better striker? Could I get another central defender, a better goalkeeper? He's valued now between 16 and 19.5 million in Zola. I've never had him before. He's just absolutely awesome. I don't know. How do you go better than that? There is players out there better than that, but I don't know. And Just as well. I don't think I mentioned him in the save. He's a bit part player, but he's a really decent player. He's not a player to be missed out on. He's really good. So we've got a really good squad. Got a bit of money to spend. 25 million. Got to try and improve the squad to go to next level up. we will see how I get on. Let's get to the beginning of season 3. It's the 3rd of August. It's the start of season 3. 2 players left at the end of season 2 that I didn't mention. Escoa went to Sunderland for 5.25 million. And then Danny Ceballos went to Villa for 12.5 million. Didn't really use him, even though he's backup for Gonzalez. But yeah, just didn't really use him. So 12.5 million is not bad at all. We brung some more players in. A couple of left backs. Actually, even Brandon Williams can play left back. So maybe 3 left backs. We've already got him as backup for right back. But let's talk about why I brung in 2 left backs. Well, let's go over to the transfers out. 19 million. Matthias Reis went to Juve for 19 million. I didn't want to sell him, but he wanted 100 grand a week. And I'm not being funny. There's no way we're paying 100 grand a week. And then he goes and signs with Juve for 62,000. I would have paid that, but I couldn't negotiate it. It was 100 grand or nothing. It was absolutely ridiculous. So I already brung in Giuseppe Pizzella to play as backup as left back. I thought that'd be amazing. And then I brought in Brandon Williams on a free. See, I'm all about the free transfers as a backup right back. I thought that'd be a great little signing. He's a good player. But then I needed a top tier left back. After he went, I needed a top tier one. And we got Miguel Gutierrez on a really good fee as well. And he's literally phenomenal. Or not just a good left back, phenomenal left back. 18.75 million. It is a lot of money, but we had it and I had to sell it. And some other little bits and players went out and about, but nothing really to write home about. Finance-wise, I do still have a bit of money. I've got 33.2 million to be precise. I'm under the wage budget by about 40 to 50k as well. Could move that over a little bit. Don't know what I need. I don't know what I need. It's a struggle. Decent left back. Bellingham's decent. He's fine. Everywhere else looks okay. I just really love this team. But there's one place or one position. My mate was telling me about the striker, telling me how good he was. So he is Portuguese. I am going to get him in. And then I'll try and get him in. It's going to cost me about 20 million. And then we'll see how good he really is. But Nzola has not done anything wrong really to... he's not done anything wrong to be sat on the bench. But he will play with the other guy. We will see if I get him in or not. Right, let's get to the end of season 3 and see if I did bring in another striker. It's the end of season 3 and I suppose we better talk about, did I get the striker in? You can already see I did. He cost me 20 million, well 22 million on add-ons. Beto from Udinese, my mate was raving about him. He said how good he was. He said he's absolutely amazing, banging in the goals left, right and centre. So I thought, why not pick him up and just give it a go? I couldn't see any position where I really needed. I think this Sporting team is phenomenal. But with that, Plinio had to go to Burnley for 6 million because it's just, didn't really need him. You got Nzola, who's absolutely phenomenal. And I didn't need Plinio as well. So Plinio went for 6 million and Beto come in for 20 to 22 million. Right, let's check out how we did. Well, it's the best season in the league so far, but we were pushed all the way. 129, drew 3, lost 2. Goal difference of 84 and a points tally of 90. Only 3 in front of Porto. Like I say, pushes away. Beto, top goal scorer in the league with 34 goals. Also, the best performer in the league was 7.55. He was phenomenal. Had a really good season. Gonçalves, amazing. Edwards, amazing. Santos with the most assists, amazing. Beto, player of the match awards, 7. And Caprilla, 22 clean sheets. Again, this goalkeeper is just absolutely amazing. Only conceding 18 goals. Really, really good. I really love them. Never had them before. Definitely a goalkeeper to check out if you need a cheap one. He was quite cheap. I thought he was cheap. Right. How well did we do in the Portuguese Super Cup? Well, it was comfortable. I'm going to say comfortable because we had 21 shots, 7 on target. But we beat Porto 1-0 in the Portuguese Cup. We beat Benfica in the final 2-1. And again, we're having a lot of shots, more than the opposition in the Portuguese League Cup. Well, this one was a lot closer. We played Benfica in the final and beat them on penalties. But now, I suppose, it's all about the Champions League. Well, we got further than last year, getting to the semi-final of the Champions League. But we lost 6-1 on aggregate against Barcelona. Well, yet again, a really, really good season. It's just about Europe. It's hard to try and take Sporting to the next level. We're thereabouts. Just a couple more years, maybe we might pick something up. But it's only a 3-year rebuild. We've won 4 trophies. We've done quadruple again. So in total, I think the first season we won 2 trophies. Second season we won 4 trophies. And again, we won 4 trophies. So that's 10 trophies over 3 years. We've made Sporting into an absolute powerhouse. But to be fair to them, they already had a great team here. And it is a great team. If we have another look at it, this team here, Beto and Zola up front, either one of those two, just phenomenal. He was really good though. My mate was right about him. Amazing. 59 goals in 57 appearances. Just phenomenal. Really good. All round, a really good team. Thank you so much for watching this. I do really appreciate it. If you've got any ideas about any other rebuilds, leave it in the comments below. And if you want to download this tactic, yes, get your words out, Sporting DNA tactic, link for that will be in the description below. Thank you again. And if you can leave a like, subscribe if you haven't done already, that would be amazing. And I will see you in another video.